Hi, my name is Nouran. I'm a PhD candidate in MIT CSAIL. I work in the Haystack Research Group with David Karger. My research basically lies in the intersection of human-computer interaction, social computing, and AI. I mainly focus on trust, credibility, and safety in online spaces, especially social spaces. One of the questions I've been thinking about a lot recently is how do we facilitate inclusive online discussion and discourse such that we maintain some sort of freedom of expression but also safety while mitigating basically risks around misinformation, harassment, and so on and so forth. So one of the recent projects I've been working on is helping users to mitigate social barriers around social online interactions. And the way we achieve this is by introducing a new design paradigm named Meronymity. Meronymity is basically giving users the agency to reveal selected aspects about their identity without actually fully disclosing who they are based on the conversation. So this could be your expertise, your background, or maybe sometimes your relationship to some reputable figures that you kind of have a connection with. And I think Meronymity was born from the challenges around existing solutions. So the problem is that online communities very often have social structures, and these social structures have dynamics that sometimes create all these social barriers of interacting, especially if these spaces, these social structures are hierarchical. For example, in academia, there are professors, PhD students, graduate, master students, and so on and so forth. So there is like a difference in the power dynamics, and usually interactions are perceived as high stake in front of more senior individuals. So basically, we actually confirmed in our study the need for safer online discourse for scholars in public spaces, and this is where we introduced the Meronymity design, because one very obvious solution is anonymity. However, anonymity comes with its challenges, so there are always bad actors. And then the other problem is that it also removes the incentive of interacting with the content, especially in a social structure like academia, where there is a lot of emphasis on the social capital and helping friends and creating your reputation in order to get a job and all of these interesting dynamics. So I guess our question was, how do we balance credibility and also safety and protecting the identity? So this is where Meronymity came from. So we basically compute some verified identity signals about the user where they can actually leverage while creating their posts and then interact with the audience using these identity signals. And we incorporated the Meronymity model in a system that we built named Literature. So basically, Literature is built on top of Twitter and Mastodon, and you basically go into Literature, you write your content, you compose your identity, and then you also add some other stakeholders that we designed in the Meronymity model that could help you boost the visibility and credibility of your content. And then you basically forward your content. So at that point, the system kind of notifies the different stakeholders and also cross-posts your content to Twitter and Mastodon. So I think after I graduate, I would love to still continue to do research. I love coming up with new solutions and testing them out.